What's up, guys? How's it going?
That was just totally staged right there, like the sippage.
So, yeah, what's up, guys? Steven here and Tom. We are doing this kind of thing called a podcast. Thought we'd try it out. Don't know the title yet. Probably won't tell you episode 10. So, we just wanted to... I think this first episode is kind of an intro, just who we are. Might be a little more scripted than usual.
Yeah, we're just kind of trying things out. So if you guys have any suggestions or like any feedback, leave them in the comments. You know, we could be playing a game of Pokemon too, or maybe opening booster packs if you want to see that kind of on the side while we talk. I know my daughter doesn't like to look at my ugly mug all the time, you know, so I can understand if you guys don't want to look at my ugly mug.
Yeah, if that's the comment you guys want to drop, let us know. Our feelings won't get hurt. Just double check, make sure everything's going. Alright, cool. So, yeah, so my name's Steven. This over here is...
Tom?
And so, yeah, basically we're part of this thing called Parliament Games, which we won't get into too much about that, because I think I've had a couple other videos on that of who we are and how we started.
I mean, honestly, if you're watching this, you probably know kind of who we are, so yeah. We'll leave out the fine details here.
Yeah, TLDR, we're a card shop, we sell and buy and all that fun stuff.
Online card shop right now.
Yeah. Eventually we want to have a store in the Omaha area, you know. Have a place everyone can come and be gamers, all kinds of formats and all that. So, but again, getting too in the weeds. So, we're big TCG. Well, so we started Pokemon, but we kind of branched out of the TCG stuff, which is why like Yu-Gi-Oh in the olden days, Magic every so often, Flesh and Blood. What are some fringe stuff you've played? I guess
fringe stuff.
I mean, not fringe, but not Pokemon or not top 4. I
mean, I have some Neopet cards. I mean, I haven't played it, but I have Neopet cards. Gift from one of our friends, Thane, by the way.
Yeah, what's that deck building game?
Keyforge?
Keyforge.
We played Star Realms, too.
Star Realms,
I heard that coming off your lips.
Yeah.
Legends of the Five Rings.
Oh, Legend of the Five Rings.
What a meme. It was such a meme.
That game was low-key kind of fun, though.
I mean, low-key, but... Did you say Flesh and Blood?
Yeah.
Okay.
The COG system, and like I said, we can get into all this stuff, and I think it'd be cool to just talk about random stuff like that every so often, because
you know what we should do? Have a thumbnail, and it's like ultimate clickbait. Pokemon becomes collectible. Not collectible. Living card game.
Oh, living card. Yep. Yeah. Right.
How many people would be like, "Oh God, why is Pokemon becoming a living card game?"
That'd be crazy. Because it was kind of nice, honestly, having that format of like just buying a pack, but like. I think the TCG and like collector and deck building and all of us got kind of bored. So
I mean, like if you have a living card game, you just open a pack, you know what you're getting. That's not fun. I like opening 500 packs and getting absolutely trash loot or whatever cards. I don't know, whatever you call it. That's my like. I opened 8 booster boxes of Guardians Rising, didn't get a single Tapu Lele GX.
Yeah, that was a rip.
I was, but you know, I just opened a box of Lost Origin and got the Ultramar Giratina. So,
what's that sitting at right now?
I was sitting at 270. We should definitely do a Market Monday on that too.
Wait, 270?
Yeah, it went.
Price?
Yeah, it went down to 220 and then went back up to 270 and is going up again.
Wow.
I mean, the Giratina deck won Japan Championship, so I mean,
yeah, it's only gonna get higher. Wow. So, yeah, so that's wow. I'm like flabbergasted, honestly. 270?
Yeah,
that's like probably one of the highest priced cards in. Gosh, what was that? Rayquaza. That was almost 200, right? Over?
Yeah, but I think it dropped back down. I can look it up.
Skies.
Let me look it up. I don't know if this is good, proper podcast etiquette, but...
It's fine. I can just talk for a little bit, but we'll get into the next topic, I guess. So yeah, like I said, we play a lot of stuff. We can talk about a lot of stuff. We're very passionate about a lot of different stuff, so... I think it'd be kind of easy, at least for me. Tom probably could say the same.
Yeah, so the Giratina, if you guys can see it, 264 on base price, but I mean you can see it's going for 270. So like your alternate art Giratina, definitely want to look into investing in that.
Yeah, that's wild. It's only gonna get better, probably. Got pure regionals in a month, right? On the 10th October.
Well, I know the special event I think used Lost Origin today. So I mean there's like official events that are running it, and it's doing really well. So
kind of surprised myself, but yeah, we can get into that a little later because. I kind of want to get to how kind of we started, is how we started playing Pokemon, and gosh, over 12 years ago now for me. I started 2010.
Are you talking about how we started Pokemon? Or?
Yeah,
okay,
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think because I mean that's basically when I started TCGs as Pokemon. Because I mean I kind of played Pokemon, I guess, as a kid and collected.
Yeah, did you ever collect as a kid?
So I technically did collect I got all the posters. I watched the shows. I watched it all as a kid, right? But I think back then it was like just kind of a kid thing, I guess, you get into. Like your friends kind of into it, so it's like easier to get into it, and then you kind of fall off because you get to middle school, high school, and like, oh, that's lame.
If you're listening to this, comment below. How did you play Pokemon when you were a kid? Did you never just forget the energies and just like, oh, I'm gonna attack with Charizard, Like, because that's how I played as a kid.
I'd say honestly, if you play the right way as a kid, I'm not gonna believe you.
You probably went to Toys R Us leagues or something like that, so that's probably how you played right.
Or if you played a regional, or if you won a regionals, then I believe you.
I mean, regionals were like 50 people, 100 people at the time, like when we were kids. Like, they were...
Not even. Well, maybe for like everyone, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, Worlds was like...
No one.
Yeah, no one.
Yeah. So that was interesting. So yeah, so I assume you were the same kind of thing, collecting all that?
Yeah, I collected as a kid. A couple of cousins got me into it, and then my brother and I collected for a while. And then I stopped for... probably... the last card I can remember having is Shining Tyranitar, so whenever that was. And then I got back into it. Steven actually got me into it around Heart Gold Soul Silver era. My first deck was the Marowak theme deck.
Oh, yeah.
We could go off some funny jokes for that, but I don't think that's appropriate for here. But, Cubone, Marowak, it's implied. You can figure it out, I think.
Yeah, so how I know this other guy, you've seen him on Parliament. He makes other content. Retro Runback, he started recently, which is hype if you guys want to check out.
Check those out.
So Adam and the other friend we know, Trainer, and the third guy, his name's Dane. They went to this place called the Game Shop here in Omaha, and they like bought a random theme deck for Pokemon just because they wanted to like kind of troll.
Say the name louder for the people in the back. What was the name of the game shop? Or
the game shop is the Game Shop. Yep, that's the name of the game shop.
The Game Shop.
Yeah, in Bellevue. It's pretty hype, honestly. That's where we all kind of played and had fun memories every so often. So yeah, so they just played bought theme decks for fun and kind of trolling, but they eventually like kind of fell into it. They started looking into all the new cards from, like I said, that 2010 set, which is Heart Gold Soul Silver, and then older than that would have been like, oh gosh, what did Garchomp stuff come out of? What were those sets?
It's
called?
like
Majestic Dawn.
Yeah, Majestic Dawn. Yeah. It was like the Gyarados set, I think.
Yeah, the Gyarados set.
Like just the Diamond and Pearl era sets, like kind of the later half of it,
Yeah, so like any format was probably like 2008, 2009, to 2010. So the first deck I think it might have been Blastoise. I actually kind of made... No, it was like a Feraligatr deck, that's right. Because it was the Feraligatr Prime that did standard, typical water ability, attach as many as you want. So I like Feraligatr and like just random water Pokemon, and I like kind of did stuff. I had a Blastoise in there that had bench damage, which is
I remember you playing Ursiflosion too. I remember driving home from school, and I had like an Ursaring. You're like, how'd you get those Ursarans? I was like, oh yeah, I bought them from like Trolltoad or something like that.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, man. Then we figured out how to order stuff online.
Yeah, that's when it went downhill. Is when you figured out how to order online.
Yeah, that was fun. We used to order from Amazon too. I think every so often. At least I would.
Was Amazon even a thing then?
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe it was like sketchy then. I don't know.
It was weird. So there's Amazon, then you had your Trolling Toads, you had your Collector's Cash, because no one in the area sells singles, at least at the time. A few of them do now.
Barely still. I mean, like, we've got Dragon's Lair, that's probably one of the best ones, and then Legendary Wolf Games, definitely check both these stores out. But both sell singles, and Legendary Wolf Games, I think, they support UFS more than Pokemon, but they do support Pokemon, so I don't know what their singles look like right now, but...
Yeah, so we had to buy stuff online, and so then, like, we got a couple more friends. I mean, we had probably like a dozen people or so, of like a little friend group.
Yeah, we had a lot of people that like just played from our high school, like just a bunch of us teenagers playing. So I mean, that was really cool. Yeah, because it was like the junior year summer, so it was right before senior year we got into it. So then, of course, the whole summer we were just, we didn't have jobs. Or we had some job, but it wasn't 40-hour weeks, like slogging away, So we could just show up during the day, go play Pokemon, go back home, play more Pokemon. I had a volunteer job, and I just got paid in cash. So I would just get paid in cash, go over to this game store, just buy a box of like Call Legends and call it a day, like open like a Gengar Prime was in that set, right? I think. Whatever the prime, I don't know, whatever the primes were, I'd be like, oh hell yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing is like the boxes that we started with now. Oh, I bought a case of Heart Gold Soul Silver with my graduation money. Imagine if you saved that.
I mean, isn't one box like 10,000 or something stupid?
Yeah. Well, how about this?
A case.
instead of collecting, what was your first competitive deck that you took to a Battle Roads, which is the equivalent to League Challenges now?
Yeah. Well, no. So the first tournament, official tournament, I went to actually with the States, which makes me the very first match I played was against this stupid deck called Sabledonk. So Donkey is a thing nowadays, but back then you could attack and play Supporters turn 1. So if you had, and the Sableye that made you go first, like that's what his ability was, is if you start with this Pokemon, you get to go first. So basically you have the Sableye and you Crobat Gs and you just ping damage and like and even if you had a bench, there was a card that made you pick up your bench. So basically all you're left is with your active Pokemon, all these plus powers and Crobat G ping damage, and then they just attack and like board wipe you. And it was best of ones back then.
Well,
right?
it was best of ones. Yeah. But if you didn't know or haven't seen the decks, it's called Sabledonk. I think either Kyle Sukovich has a video, or what's the other guy?
The old,
he still has videos. I don't know his name.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah, I can't remember.
But
I know Kyle, the really popular one.
It was one. I can't. Is it some Wiz Khalifa or?
Oh, Jay Witz? Not him. Jay Witz, what a name though.
Yeah, I think it's Jay Witz.
Is he still around?
He still makes videos, yeah.
Okay.
But Sabledonk had a 75% win rate if it didn't play against itself. If it played against itself, it was a 50% win rate.
Which is stupid.
So it's like...
Yeah.
That was crazy. But yeah, my first deck... did you say what your first deck was?
Oh, so I was getting... So then, yeah, so that's... I remember more so what happened to me in my first tournament than my first deck, because I was so excited to go to the States. I was so excited to play. I just got dumped game 1. I was like, this game sucks. Why would I play it? So it was Feraligatr, Blastoise, Feraligatr, Accelerated Energy, Blastoise, like, did 100 damage, like, the bench or something. And then there was a Floatzel level X that would rescue my It was like a rescue energy, so basically if any of my water Pokemon died, I'd get them back in my hand. And the funny thing about that is, so, you need a specific Buizel to evolve into the Floatzel, and to evolve into the Floatzel level X, and I didn't have that middle part. And like
you were evolving the Floatzel level X from just the regular Floatzel.
Yeah.
You needed to evolve it from like the Floatzel SP or something.
Yeah. And I didn't.
You went to like almost like 2 states or like something like that, and then
no one caught it.
A couple league challenges, no one caught that you can't Floatzel level X from just a regular Floatzel.
Yeah.
We didn't actually figure that out until like a couple years ago because we were building Retro, and it's like, wait a minute, we can't do this.
Yeah, because the Floatzel ability, the 9 level X was a washout. So if you had water on the bench, you can just put it to active. So you would accelerate energy, and for whatever reason you wanted to switch or heal or whatever, you can like switch and then like put the energy on the new guy. So yeah, I just had a normal Floatzel and the Floatzel level X on top of it. So no one caught it. So, you know. I'm a cheater, I'll admit it. Ban me for life, Pokemon.
Well, I mean, as you see, I'm a cheater too. Did you see my last video? It was like the Palkia game. I played Marnie and then Boss or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, did you?
And I also like didn't switch with I manually switched from Crot Switcher instead of like using the cross switcher's ability.
I saw that. Yeah, control.
Dude, the comments roasted me.
We need to. Well, we probably won't play a game, but yeah, we appreciate.
Well, that was the first time I played the Palkia deck anyway, so I actually didn't. I thought Cross Switcher was like Pokeblower Plus or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Where you don't switch, you just do it. But circling back, my first deck was I called it Dondra. But it was
it was solid.
It was Kingdra Prime, Donphan Prime, and it was built to like kind of Donk, similar to like Sabledonk and Turbo Uxie and stuff like that. And I think I was really prepped to get top gut or whatever, but I misplayed against one of our friends, Eric, and I didn't. I could have donked him easy, and then I didn't do that, and then he was playing Gyarados, and Gyarados just one hits Donphan Prime, so.
Yeah, because the old Gyarados was there retaliation, or was the attack? Do you remember?
Gyarados?
Yeah.
It was retaliate for free cost, yeah.
So that deck, side note, you discard all your Magikarps, Gyarados attacks for free, does 30 for each Magikarp for this turn?
Something like that, yeah.
And back then you had Broken Time Space, so if you broke Time Space and you had both Magikarp and Gyarados from your discard pile, which everyone ran Broken Time Space, so it wasn't hard to get it. Or at least a lot of decks did, so you just, cycle through and all that stuff. So, yeah. So I think that's kind of how we started.
Yeah.
And it's crazy seeing how the game has evolved from when we started in 2010 all the way to 2022 now. It's just wild. And I feel like a boomer a lot of the times because it's like, especially when tag teams came out, I was just raging. I was like, why are these 3 prize basic 250 Pokemon in my game? And I got up to like 300, right? Like,
yeah.
Wasn't Wailord?
Yeah.
There's a Wailord tag team for 300.
Wailord Magikarp, I think.
Yeah. Which,
I mean,
shamelessly I used, but...
The VMAXs have more HP, but you have to evolve, so it's like... And they're not as strong. So
it's kind of a caveat, but yeah, I just remember, and that's kind of why I like GLC so much. I think a couple others.
What's
like
GLC? Just for the
GLC is for called Gym Leader Challenger format. So it's actually a made-up format, I believe.
Who's it made up by?
Andrew Home.
Yep.
Andrew Mahone.
Shout out to Tricky Jim, right?
Tricky Jim, yep.
And Andrew Mahone for GLC because
yeah,
we
so
love
they
the format.
made it. I believe they made it completely.
I think so.
If I'm wrong, then let me know. But I'm pretty sure they made it. So it's basically 6-card decks, one of each cards, and so it's kind of like the Magic Commander set or Magic Commander format, if you know what that is. So one of each card, 6 cards. You can have as many basic energies you want, so you can still run like 10 seconds if you want, because obviously that'd be pretty troll. One of each card. There's no rule box Pokemon allowed, so like
there's no rule box cards.
Cards, yeah.
So like you can't have A-Spec because that's a rule box.
A-Specs, the Prisms, which I realized, the Radiance nowadays,
Breaks,
EXs, GXs, Vs, all that fun stuff. So it's definitely a lot slower.
Yeah, we come from the Heart Gold to Silver era where there weren't 2 prize Pokemon.
Yeah.
There weren't 2 prize Pokemons until Next Destinies, right? Mewtwo EX.
Yeah. Mewtwo EX came out. Wow.
Yeah, but so like we're used to the really slow formats. Like
shocking.
best of 1 regionals, and like it was. That's just kind of what we're used to. So we just love GLC. So that's kind of why we gravitate towards it, and that's why a lot of our viewers, watch us, is because we are like the only people that really do GLC stuff. So
yeah, it's fun. I like thinking, because it's a lot nicer to think about prize by prize and not as much hand disruption, because you can think it out a lot better, I think, as opposed to just deck go burn freaking 6 prizes in 2 turns sometimes. I mean, it's not.
That's why I don't really like the tag team format, is because like the game is over by turn like 2. I like playing my 30-minute games and like kind of playing like mental chess with my opponent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of player that will play like 50-50 decks that have a 50-50 matchup across the board that can either win or lose. It doesn't really matter what you're playing against, but I like to win based on skill and like gameplay. Or I guess you've seen the last YouTube video that I played Pelkey, playing 2 supports in a turn. But but I just like the mind game type of the deck. So.
But yeah, I think my favorite metas, or at least probably my favorite time of the game, was probably honestly around the Zoroark GX.
Yeah.
What was that? 2017.
Yeah, that was like 2017 format.
Those 2 years were actually really, really good.
Hey, Jake on the stream.
Hey, baby. And so yeah, I really do like how there's 2 prizes and games are a little faster, but they're also a little drawn out because you can't one-shot each other. Sometimes you even have to 3-shot because you miss damage modifier sometimes, because Zoroark GX did 20 for your bench, right? Was that the time?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so if you weren't able to fully set up, you'd have to sometimes 3-shot, or people would run healing cards. And there were a lot of back and forths that I thought were actually really cool.
The game was just really balanced really well around, I think, 210 HP and 130 HP. If your Pokemon didn't have that or above that, your Pokemon was basically going to get one-shot. So they did a really good job of balancing that, and then forcing to have damage modifiers to get that or above that, or And if you didn't do that, there was the card called Acerola, which I think is one of the most busted cards of all time. Is if your Pokemon had damage counters on it, you just put it right back in your hand. It's like,
And you got to keep all the stuff too, right?
Yeah, you didn't have to discard anything. Everything went back to your hand. So it was. I also really liked the 2017 format too, just because I thought it was really skill intensive, honestly, and the games were more drawn out because of cards like Acerola. Yeah. But I mean, you had kind of counter cards like Beast Ring that would kind of pull the game faster.
Yeah, Buzzrock.
Yeah, Buzzrock. Well, even Zoroark too, Zoroark with Lycanroc GX.
Remember when that Shrine deck Baby Buzz came out too for Worlds? Because that's, what was it? That Rayquaza set. Yeah, one of the many Rayquaza sets that comes out every so often. Came out right before Worlds. Literally it became legal a week or 2 before Worlds. So it was a Nashville Worlds. So people were testing Rayquaza, and then that Shrine deck had come out because Shrine of Punishment, which if you're a GX, was it GX or EX back then? It might have been. I think it was GX or EX.
Probably GX or EX.
Because of Expanded. They would take 1 damage counter between turns, so you would, slowly ping them, and then Baby Buzz would swing when they have 4 prizes for 100, absurd amount of damage.
If you know anything about that format, though, Let Loose was just...
Let Loose, yeah.
God, that was just an awful...
And then, and then after Worlds, people figured out Rayquaza. Do you just,
Well, they figured it out at Worlds, too, because it's a World Championship deck.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Rayquaza is it's just straight Rayquaza. I think it won seniors or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It played 4 Marshadow for Let Loose.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll admit I played that a few times and was it challenges? It was kind of fun. You just like let loose and you EX 10
Even though
cards.
we're a fan of like longer run games, we do like our turbo games every once in a while.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
burn through the whole deck in one
I
turn.
agree. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, like I used to play Archies and Expanded all the time, so I used to like turn 1 solitaire and like just going ballistic.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are some fun turbo decks that are fun. The only thing I cannot play, I guess, would be the word. It would be like stall mill. That's too much for me.
I liked the Rhyperior mill deck because that was more like chess rather than like just kind of like making your opponent be sad.
Yeah, there are some mill stall decks like that where it's like you don't like automatically win, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because you could just like bench the Charizard GX or whatever. Or no, you had to evolve into Charizard GX because you could go Charmander, Meganium right into the Charizard GX in the same turn, and then you just do the Burning GX attack or whatever, and just discard the top 10 cards of their deck, and they're like, holy cow, where did that even come from? You know, I got so many people with it. That was really fun.
Like there's that stupid Zoroark, like Klefki Regionals expanded deck.
I think so, yeah.
That like was stupid and like turn 1, turn 2.
Or you're talking about like the infinite like damage, or they get 60 damage on your field or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. There's a deck. There's a few decks every so often that it just shows up to regionals and just everyone knows it's toxic and it just wins, and like I just know people there had a bad time.
Yeah.
Because it's like you watch it and you're like, wow, how is this like, what's the word? Not playable, but balanceable and like, shoot, what's the word? Not beatable. I don't know. There's another word that I can't think of right now, but yeah, it's just they get set up and you're just kind of sitting there and waiting for the game to be over.
Yeah.
So, and then on top of that, for that 2017 format, was that Empoleon Swampert deck during that time when I made it? Oh, it had to have been because of Rayquaza.
I think so. Yeah.
So that was probably one of my favorite decks I've ever made. That's like 100%. Oh, I don't know, 100%. I might have got the idea from somewhere, but I made a deck with Swampert and Empoleon, and there was a third one. I can't remember, but.
Was there a third one?
Huh?
I don't think there was a third. I think it was just Swampert and Empoleon
Well,
because
like
Swampert was the draw, right?
Yeah, but I think it was like a supporter mon more so that I didn't get every game.
Well, Swampert was the supporter mon because it let you draw.
You draw and then Empoleon attack. I think there was maybe something else. I can't remember. It was very small, but it wasn't like a main thing. But it was like the boys and like a little guy in the corner helping out with the cheerleader. But that I almost wanted a freaking what are they, cities? No. Cups. League Cups. Yeah. I got to finals. I think I was first seed actually coming out of Swiss. And then won my first game. I think it was top 8. I gotta beat someone. And then final match, it was best of 3, and I got a dead draw game 2 and 3, and it was
yeah, sad. With those like multi-stage 2 decks, it's really hard not to just like.
Oh yeah, he let loose because he was playing Rayquaza.
Oh, of course.
That's right. I got let loose.
Were you playing against
Sean?
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah, I got let loose, and I used to.
Feels good, dude. Let loose
water.
turn 1.
I got let loose a few times that day, and I was able to recover. So I made it fairly consistent, but that top cut let loose was just brutal. I was just like literally energy and like an Empoleon, and I was like, well, and I just draw pass and then slowly die. But that was fun. What about you? What was your kind of favorite deck to that area, or I guess in general?
Favorite deck? Ugh, that's tough. I mean, go ahead.
Well, you say this is part of the spicy challenge that I did forever ago. I thought of my favorite deck. And then I rolled off like 15 decks because like there's just so many because they're all so different. Because really my favorite deck ever is Archie's Toys but from that era it would have been I call it the Bayou Boys.
Bayou
Swampert
Boys.
And Empoleon.
Oh yeah.
Pretty hype.
I mean probably like just most Zoroark variants. I probably like Zoroark GX, Lycanroc GX is probably one of my favorite decks of all time. I'm sure there's like some standard decks there. Oh, Rapstrike Urshifu Chess or Urshifu Chess. That was right before Astral Radiance, I think. That's probably one of my favorite decks of all time too, because like it just has so many options and it can deal with it. It's a 50-50 deck. Plus it does 120 spread to 2 bench Pokemon.
Okay.
So I mean that's I like the decks that make you think and have like a million options. Those are my favorites.
Is that the Yveltal Garb, that money match you're supposed to do at some point?
Yeah, Yveltal Garb. Is he Yveltal? Yeah, Yveltal Garb. Yeah, I really like Yveltal Garb and Drampa Garb too.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Trashleads.
Like they also have a bunch of options, so.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. But yeah, and then looking forwards, like I think right now, because we're in. So as of this recording, Lost Origin is out. There's been, I think you said, a regionals and a special event that just happened. As of
I think it's
September 18th.
Yeah, September 18th. Baltimore was today, but they didn't use Lost Origin. But I think there was like a Brazil regionals or something like that, and then like a special event in Europe, and they both used Lost Origin. So I'm.
It's only Japan too, right?
Oh yeah, I mean Japan's on. Like they're on the next
yeah.
sets because they release like a set every month or something like that.
True.
But I'm just super excited about like the Lost Origin. Like I'm a huge fan of the Lost Zone. I mean, we started during Heart Gold to Silver, Diamond Pearl stuff, which had Lost Zone stuff. So
yeah, the Gengar
Prime, Lost Star, Lost World, Mew Prime, yeah.
That was fun. I like that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I think we always say that a lot is like, you know, new sets can be awesome and we get kind of bored. But I think this one might stay around for a little bit.
I wasn't a huge fan of like Brilliant Stars. Like that didn't hype me up too much. Like
Palkia, yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't think Palkia was gonna be good at first, but then I saw it like attacks for like 2 water energy. That needs to be 3, honestly. Like it's just way too good.
That's probably great. And you did power itself, and yeah. And then Darkrai just didn't even show up, which I was kind of sad in the sense of
Darkrai
like,
VMAX,
yeah,
or Eternatus. No, Darkrai. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Just because I think Darkrai is such a cool card, and like as like I said, we played for a while. Just the legacy of Darkrai over the last. I think Darkrai EX is like one of the best cards ever made. Does Dark Sphere, right? That was
I think
which
so.
Is sick.
Yeah. And it's got the ability too.
Yeah, it is a 90 and then 20, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
Which back then it was pretty solid. Like it's massive. And the ability, any of your Pokemon have any dark energies, that's for your treat. Like it was such an amazing card. Honestly, it was pretty balanced too, I thought. And it just looked cool.
It had, I think it had resistance to Mewtwo EX, which made it also really good.
It was a really cool card. And honestly, like I said, I think one of the best cards like ever made. It was super versatile, super cool. Tom did real well with it. You did really well with it.
I got 42nd at Nationals with my own version of Darkrai. It was Darkrai and then Sableye, the Claw Snag one. Because there was a bunch of decks playing the 6 corner or 4 corners, 6 corners.
Whatever you call it.
What?
Sneasel?
Weavile.
Or Weavile. Okay.
Yeah, Weavile.
Okay.
The Claw Snag Weavile. Okay. And when you evolved, you could just look at your. I think you could just look at your opponent's hand and just discard a card or something like that. But it was really for the Twins engine. It's like you just change Twins, and it's like you just Claw Snag out of their hand and they just brick for the rest of the game. I got 42nd at 42nd at Nationals with that.
2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right. And then you got top 8 regionals.
Oh yeah, with Maxis. Yeah.
Yeah. Baltimore, Philadelphia regionals with.
Yeah, that was the biggest. What?
900 people, or was it 1,000?
I think it reached over 1,000, but there were 600 some masters if I remember correctly. Yeah.
That was a fun trip.
Yeah. If we're talking about best cards though, because you said Darkrai EX was like the best card of all time, I think Double Colorless is the best card of all time. And
I just see that. Yeah.
If you look at the regional win results, or no, the world's wins results from when it was printed in Heart Gold to Silver, it has like a 75% win rate of all worlds, or like it's in the top 2 of worlds like 75% of the time. Wow. Like one of the only times it's not in there was when you had the Resident Jansec matchup, which used grass energy. It's like, okay, you don't need that.
Yeah,
for
then
that
like Archie's one, that 1 year, it's all water, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's super strong. I mean, how long has it been now? 2 years?
It came out in Heart Gold to Silver, which was like 2009?
2009. Well, I mean, like, wait, it wasn't printed before then?
It was printed in base set.
Oh, but since then.
And they did not print it until Heart Gold to Silver. Base set Heart Gold to Silver.
Now it's been 2 years? Since this hasn't been, or a year.
Like because it was reprinted in Shining Legends with Zoroark GX, I think.
Remember, at least, I know it's been a year since it hasn't been in.
At least a year, yeah.
Well, I just Twin Energies, I think.
But I mean, like, DCE is like for everything. Twin Energy is only for non-V Pokemon. You've got
what's a Double Turbo?
Double Turbo Energy, which is minus 20. Which I actually don't think that is.
That's super nice, yeah.
It could be a little bit more, like negative 30 damage. Because what they did, like the devs of the game, they just balanced the game around like that negative 20. So like it doesn't even matter. So it's like.
Yeah, but then it'd be interesting if people play it though if it was negative 30. Probably, well.
They probably still play it because like you play it in the like you get that you need it for the Arceus.
Oh, true.
Arceus B for the 3 energy cost.
And then you just bump all the damage up by 10.
Yeah.
So then it's like, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think this next couple sets, because
the thing I really like about Lost Origin, talking about next sets, is that it's got the the energy acceleration engine that can work for any deck. Like you have to loss in a bunch of stuff, but I mean, the energy acceleration just works for anything, and that's why I like energy acceleration that is just mono or everything can use it. Like that's my favorite.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what's up with expanded right now at all. I assume it's just been degeneracy for like the last 2-3 years. No one cares about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even look at it. Like,
but I could see Mirage Gate being kind of spicy.
Well, I mean, Duragant V-Star is a dragon. Just double dragon that thing. Like, why would you need to loss on anything?
Not true.
Ban double dragon.
Maybe have both of them, huh? No, I'm kidding. But no, it'll be interesting. Like I said, Mirage Gate. Is it Mirage Gate still?
Yeah, Mirage Gate. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's two of many different types of energies we know now after Brian Shi is on one of our games.
Oh well.
Kappa. Huh?
Oh well.
Oh yeah. But and then.
I bet the comment section right now is gonna call me out for cheating somehow. Like I'm cheating on this stream right now. It's like, oh dude, he's not looking at his own phone. That's his wife's phone or something. Yeah.
Oh, true. And do you think Zard can do anything? Zard V?
No, I don't think it's that good. It's way too inconsistent, honestly.
The damage isn't enough.
No, and like.
You gotta damage yourself to even get damage out.
I mean, it's not bad, but there's too many things that just one hit it with the damage on it. Yeah. I don't know, like. I think it did. I think it got top 8 at the special event this weekend. So I mean, it's good. But I think it's like tier 1.5, tier 2. But I haven't been keeping up.
What do you think is tier 1? Is Mute still tier 1?
Yeah, Mew V Max is tier 1.
Mew, yeah, Tina.
If you watch the Baltimore regionals, I think Inteleon Zard's going to be.
Inteleon Zard.
Yeah, it just won regionals, but it wasn't the Lost Origin format.
Oh.
But I mean.
Well, Inteleon, just the standard stage 2.
Yeah, it just. Attacks with Inteleon and attacks with Radiant Charizard. And Radiant Charizard does 250.
Because it's for each prize, so
you get down to
your
opponent gets down to 4 prizes, and you can do Raihan do it for the fire energy, and then Twin energy or whatever.
It's disgusting.
Yeah,
actually,
it's crazy.
Yeah, these new ratings are kind of spicy. But how do you keep? Well, I just don't have to pinch it.
Ordinary Rod, you just cycle that.
Did Goodra do anything?
I haven't seen. I didn't see.
Well, we might know more later.
But I mean, it was just like I don't think anyone would play Goodra really because it's untested.
Yeah.
And heal decks aren't the greatest. Like the last good heal deck was probably I guess it was the Blissey deck or the Chansey deck or whatever.
Oh yeah, World.
But before that, it was probably like the Truth.
NAIC.
Yeah.
Was when that stupid Blissey attached like freaking 10 energy and like slapped you and healed itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that thing like did become a thing. Although shout out to a local Tim who made it, like himself. We probably got the idea from somewhere, but he made the deck. What was that? April?
Yeah. He made it before it even did well.
Yeah, he made it like April, and he won a challenge here.
Yeah.
In the area, it was pretty dope. He went 4-0.
Yeah, he went undefeated or like. It wasn't even like a League Cup. It was just like a random tournament that one of our judges put on.
Oh yeah,
and so it was like the biggest tournament Nebraska's ever had, and it wasn't even like a League Cup. And
yeah, I think people were like just itching for a tournament for once. So and he just brought out Blissey and just smacked everyone. It was so fun. But yeah, it was pretty happy seeing him do that because it was like you said, watching a Blissey V just take it down to people.
Yeah,
that was hype. And then they've announced the next set, all right?
I think that we know the name. It's some watery. I think I don't know. It's got like water.
It would be, let's see, September, December or January?
It's January?
Probably January.
No, it's November. We have a set that releases in November. Because it goes November, and then February is the set that it rotates, but also introduces the new game.
Oh, Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, Scarlet and Violet.
Yo, comment, hashtag Team Scarlet, hashtag Team Violet. I'm not getting either, but what are you getting? You get one?
I have to talk to Jade, no.
Okay. They'll probably get both, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get both.
Yeah, and then have little baby watch you.
Yeah.
That you saw earlier, I think.
Yeah, she walked by.
Yeah.
Baby was like sleeping in her arms.
Yeah. So.
I guess you probably heard her crying too a little bit ago too. So.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, she was like, "I'm hungry." All right, so yeah, I think that's all we got for today. As I said, we can probably talk about this for literally forever. So I just want to get the first episode going.
Honestly, I thought we were on like bullet point 3, and you have like a bunch there. I didn't realize we got through all of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, we kind of got through them all.
Yeah.
More or less. Like I said, we could have like delved into each. I have like a little list that we could have easily just like. We can't see it. We could have easily gone through all this like for like its own episode. Because like, hello.
No, that's just how you look. Like,
oh,
you're, like
the whole time.
You phase into reality like blurry.
So yeah, I had to like, you know, get into different stuff. But so yeah, so I definitely want to keep doing this, see how it goes. I think obviously new stuff always happens, regionals. Spicy news comes out like Flesh and Blood when the 2.0 stuff would come out, we probably could have talked about that for like an hour or so, yeah. Which that was some crazy news. Then that's another time. I don't want to get into it, but yeah. So if you like this, let us know how it went. Well, I do want to try to get a couple other people on as well from time to time, just because you know me and Tom are kind of free tonight, so I just want to give it a shot, give the old college try, because I know you guys see Brian quite a bit on stream as well. Adam's popped up from time to time. Maybe get Chandler in here, get the whole squad maybe for like special events. I don't know. Just I think it'd be cool, like I said, just talking about stuff.
Yeah, if you guys have any feedback, just leave a comment, honestly. Like, tell us what you want us to talk about. If you want us to talk about Flesh and Blood and how we think the game is super unbalanced and the game devs are terrible, yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, I can talk about that all day. I'm talking about it right now, so yeah. Tell me what you want to hear about.
Alright. Anyway, yeah. So, and then think of a name, if you can think of one for us, that'd be nice. Otherwise, we'll think of something by like episode 10, if this keeps going. I think that's all I got for now. You want to say anything on the way out, Tom?
I mean, I already said it like 3 times, but leave us feedback. Let us know what you want to see, what you want to talk about. Do you want to see gameplay while we're talking? I don't know. I mean, I'll probably end up cheating again. Because I'll be talking rather than playing the game, playing 3 supporters in a turn. Maybe you guys can catch me on that next time.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So, alright guys, thanks for tuning in. If you like it, make sure you hit the like button. Comment for the algorithms, suggestions.
Give us that W on the algorithm.
Yep. Subscribe. Just follow our other socials here that you kind of see on the bottom. We got Twitch, the YouTubes, Facebook, Twitter. We got TikTok, Instagram. We're a store, so if you want to buy
TCG
stuff,
player?
Sell stuff. TCG Player, which just got bought out by eBay, which that could be an episode.
We just want to keep talking.
I mean, yeah, there's a ton of stuff we can talk about. I think would be cool. And like I said, we've known each other for a while, so it'll be easy. So see you guys next time. Bye.